All right, so today's going to be kind of like a science experiment, but with food, which are the best kind. So I was telling y'all the other day about the fire basket I did over at my buddy's house. It worked out really great in his smoker. I'm going to try it today, but what we're going to do is we're going to load up a pile of, these are the all natural briquettes. We're going to load up a pile, put in some wood chips, load up some more, and then put in some more wood chips, more briquettes, more wood chunks. I got these pecan wood chunks from Academy the other day. And then what we're going to do is we're going to light just a little corner, just a little piece of a corner, and let it slowly cook through. And I'm going to time it and see how long that it's going to last, because I've got a big cook coming up here in September. We just hit, this is September 1st, so I'm gonna I've got a big cookout on the 10th for my birthday, and if depending on how long this setup lasts for, I'm probably going to try and put on the big meat like brisket and pork butt and stuff at midnight and let it cook, and then take it off hopefully somewhere around midday and let it start resting for the party. That way it's good and rested and nice and jiggly and all the good things that you want. So I'm gonna set this camera down, get this loaded up, and I'll bring y'all back. All right, so I got it loaded up here. We've got a layer of charcoal, a layer of wood, another layer of charcoal, another layer of wood, and then a little bit of charcoal put on top. And I've got a fire starter right here in just this corner. I want to try and get about 5 or 6 of these lit just right here in the corner. That's how I did it the other day, and it turned out freaking awesome. So let's get this thing going, see if we can get a kind of windy out here. There we go. I'm gonna just leave this open just while it's getting this little corner lit, and once this corner starts getting some light on it, I'm going to shut it down and start shutting the doors. That way it doesn't ramp up my charcoal bed too much, because I don't want all this to burn at one time. So like I said, we're just going to get this little corner going and then shut it down and let it slowly come up to temp, and hopefully it'll hold that temp fairly easy for, I'm hoping, at least 6 hours, but we're going to find out. So it is 8:47, so we'll just say 8:45. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, we'll call it 9 o'clock. We'll say 9 o'clock, because by the time this gets this little corner lit up and I shut the doors and get everything kind of set where I want it, we'll just call it 9 o'clock, and that way I'll have a good estimate on time. But I'm not running any mods. I don't have, this is the only mod I'm doing today. I don't have the heat deflector plate down in there. The only thing that's in here is the heat shield coming off of the firebox, which I still want to take probably about 2.5 inches off of that thing. But everything's just going to be normal. And then I'm gonna cook some chicken on here today and some ribs. My parents are coming over for lunch, so I'm cooking some chicken, and then I'm gonna throw some ribs on there to have for later on tonight. So all right, y'all, I'll bring y'all back here in a little bit. All right, we just got these ribs seasoned up. They're looking all right. This is a barbecue season my dad made for me the other day, so I'm giving it a shot on these ribs. I always trim that big knuckle bone off up here, but I leave all, instead of cutting it all the way down into St. Louis, I always leave this big piece up here, because man, that's a lot of really good meat on that little skirt piece up there. I like letting it cook whole like that, but I do take this little knuckle bone thing off right there. But the pit is up to temp. Smoke's okay. It's a little thick, but it's not bad. We're coming up to temp. Actually, we're right here at 225, so that fire is starting to get kind of hot in there, and I'm probably going to control it with the damper here and see how that does. I've watched a couple videos on running these baskets. A lot of guys say it's easier to control your basket temp over here. I just run this thing wide open usually when I'm burning big split or burning my splits and stuff, but I'm trying to keep the whole basket from going up all at one time. So I'm gonna get these ribs thrown on here. I tell you what I might do is close this daisy wheel just a little bit. Close it on down there, see how that works for a little while. Tell you what, let's get these ribs thrown on, and I'm gonna season up this chicken and I'll bring y'all back. All right, y'all, got this this pit settling up, and this gauge is just to kind of halfway go by. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it. I just know when it's flaring up or holding steady or whatever. But right now it says we're just a tick above 225. It seems to be holding right there the way I've got the air stack shut down and the dampers closed. Not all the, I mean, it's about a quarter open, I'd say, but this thing's holding right there. I'll give you all some updates here and there about how it's doing. Like I said, this is just an experiment for next week's cook coming up. So this is just a fun experiment, and hopefully it's something that works out. Now, I'm not opposed to running my splits like I normally run, just regular old wood splits, and run this thing like you normally do, but this might be able to give me some sleep for a really long cook that I want to have done by midday the next day. So we'll see how this works out and all that. And like I said, it turned out really good on my buddy's pit the other day. It was 5.5 hours when we took the ribs off, and we probably still had another maybe hour and a half or 2 hours worth of charcoal and wood in there. So hopefully this thing turns out great. Like I said, the flavor the other day turned out just like you've been running splits. So I bought these briquettes that I'm running are they're the all natural hardwood briquettes. It's not any of the Kingsford or any of that stuff that's got a bunch of fillers and stuff. It's just all hardwood charcoal that's compressed down into briquettes. So that flavor seems to be, that's what I did the other week, and the flavor turned out just fine. So hopefully I'm doing the same setup, pecan wood, the all natural briquettes, and doing some ribs and some chicken. So stick with me, I'll bring y'all back for some updates, and we'll see how this thing goes. All right, so just a little update. We're about 2.5 hours in. We're still holding right there just above 250. The smoke's really thinned out. You can't even hardly see it. It's actually burning a little too clean, but I'll show you what we got in the basket. We still got a ton left in the basket, so it's I'm hoping this is going to be about a 5 to 6 hour worth of cook in this basket. That's the goal. So like I said, the smoke, it was a little thick when we first started up just because of how you were getting it going, but it's cleared out. You can't hardly see anything coming out of here, but temperature has been rock solid. So I'm happy with that. I already pulled the chicken off. Ribs are looking pretty good in there. We're just gonna let it keep on cooking, see how it does. My folks are about to be here in just a little bit, so I got some tater tots in the oven. We're gonna eat them chickens. So I'll keep y'all updated on how long this basket lasts for. All right, so I ended up getting right about, it was 4 hours and 45 minutes, 4 hours and 50 minutes, something like that. And I had to add a little bit more. I put some more wood and some charcoal in here because the ribs weren't quite done yet. They were getting close, but I went ahead and wrapped them up, and then added that charcoal in there. But so I got almost 5 hours of cook time out of this, which is good. I ate some chicken that came off of it earlier, and it was good. It had all the smoky flavors, crispy. So I mean, this works. This setup works. You're gonna get about 5 hours out of it. The other day in my buddy's pit, we got over 5 hours, so maybe I didn't put as much charcoal in or whatever. I don't know. I also did use a different brand of charcoal. Maybe that has something to do with it. So like I said, we pulled the meat off at about 5.5 hours and still had charcoal and wood left in there. Right at 5 hours, this was it. I still had heat, I still had some coals left in there, but it was time to either A, pull meat off, which it wasn't ready, or B, go ahead and put a little bit more in there. But if I can get 5 hours of sleep, if I can put the meat on at midnight, get up about, I don't know, 5, 6 in the morning, and then just stoke this basket up and finish off my cook that way, that would at least get me some sleep when I'm trying to do a brisket or something. So I'm okay with it. It was a good experiment. We'll have these ribs for dinner tonight. I'll probably check back in on this video when we're sampling these ribs and stuff. So this has been a good little experiment. It's something I've been wanting to try, so I'll bring y'all back when we're taste testing.
You made a video of us getting food?
I'm making a video currently.
Hi.
So this is the ribs. I told you we were going to do a taste test to see. I'm taste testing. You're about to get yours. To see how the smoke flavor turned out from the fire basket.
Show you.
So it's still got that good old smoky flavor. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's pretty good.
Can I just grab one?
Yeah, just pick some out.
I want this one.
All right.
Okay. Oh, thank you. It's probably what I'm gonna eat. So.
It's good. I like it. Dad's rub tastes good too. This is the rub that my father made me a little while back. It's good.
Ooh, that's so good.
So the fire basket works good. Finger licking good. But we got about 5 hours out of it. So.
Oh wow, 5 hours?
It's good. So I was hoping it would last about 6 hours, but 5 hours is okay. So it's worth it. To be able to kind of sit it and forget it for 5 hours while you first get your cook going. So
Daddy, 5 hours, this tastes delicious.
it does, it does. So I got me a new meat slicer the other day for my birthday. My birthday's coming up here soon. But got some seasonings and different things. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this video.
Bye.
Everybody says thanks for watching. See y'all.
Go UT.
Go UT.